Hello everyone, this is Jenny at DeFi Mum, and today we are back looking at Kraken, and we've been trying here to get some money into Kraken through our MetaMask and also through our debit cards, but we've had a bit of hiccups, so I'll let my husband explain a little bit what's happened and what we're up to now.
So a interesting example of some of the problems with centralized exchanges, not always Kraken's fault. So we've basically got this Kraken account still with no value in it, and we tried various ways, and one of them's kind of actually happening now. So we'll have oh, there we go, something's happening. Yeah, quick look at that. So there's two ways of getting money into a centralized exchange like Kraken. One of which is if you already have cryptocurrency in a different exchange or DeFi wallet or DeFi DApp or something, you can just transfer it in. So that's kind of what eventually we did. We also tried to use a debit card, and for some reason that our debit card bank or the provider didn't want to allow that through. So
I'll stop you there because you say you just do it this way. It wasn't a just, and what was it that kept stopping us from doing it successfully?
Okay, so let's go to funding. So I don't know why the debit. I don't know why I guess Visa and our bank wouldn't allow that to go through. You can understand why they're a bit unsure about people trying to spend money into crypto accounts. So I can understand why that was kind of rejected.
So then how would people go about doing it if their bank is not allowing? Would you have to set up a MetaMask or something similar then?
No. So the main way of doing it is if you weren't really bothered about time wise, and you wanted to I mean, always try with a debit card and see if it works. But I've noticed in the past it's been very hit or miss. Sometimes it goes through, sometimes it doesn't. So if it doesn't go through, just sort of try again.
Right.
The kind of guaranteed way of doing it is doing a bank transfer, but you have to be very precise in depositing. So if we go here, if we're going to deposit, in our case, some sterling using the Swift bank transfer system, you can see here it's very clear what you have to do. You have to. This is Kraken's the company that is dealing with Kraken's kind of money in. So you have to, you potentially need all this information. You have to fill it all in. You have to make sure you get the reference exactly right because this is the reference to your account on Kraken. And then there's a minimum of £4 that you have to do, and the fees £3, which is actually not too bad. But basically, this is going to be like a bank transfer. This is going to take time. It's not just going to happen straight away. So that would be the kind of the full safe way of doing it will be to do it from your bank account, but that's a bit more fiddly than obviously just using a debit card.
It's kind of what people have wanted to get away from, isn't it? With international transfers.
Yes, exactly. But you can kind of understand why. To be presumably you're not going to use that very often.
No.
So what we did, because we already have value, we already have cryptocurrency, is we went into depositing some Ethereum, and we obviously created these addresses. So the issues here is that Kraken will basically wait for 30 confirmations, which basically means the first time it gets the money, it will wait for 30 blocks of 30 Ethereum blocks to be confirmed.
So roughly, was that in real time?
So that was about 10 minutes ish. So it's not too bad. And what they're worried about there is when how blockchains close blocks, and occasionally you get kind of forks, and the computers disagree about what is the correct decision, and it sometimes takes them some blocks to then work out who was right, and they kind of do a reorganization. So that's why they're doing that. A more weird thing here is that your deposit will be processed once your address has a balance of at least 0.05 ETH. So obviously, when ETH was $200, this was like £1 or something. But ETH now is now $1,500. So this is a much larger amount.
Yeah.
So originally we sent it through and it was less than that, so it wasn't coming through, and I got a bit confused. Let's put it that way. And then we had to find another wallet to send it through. But anyway, it's come through now.
Yes.
So although interestingly, it's still. Let's have a look. Oh no, that's in Bitcoin. So we can see here we've sent through. So it's 0.0. So yeah, basically this is our balance of Ethereum. So that's about what are we these days? I think it's about $75 worth of ETH that we've just transferred in. I know, 55 pounds. There we go, got it up there. So this is slightly the weird thing you have with these centralized exchanges. We're up here, it's saying available balance. Because we haven't got any Bitcoin in there, it's saying 0. Because we've selected this market, which is the Bitcoin.
Oh, I see.
The Bitcoin UK sterling market, which is just like, bonkers. So if we actually went through to the ETH sterling, it's actually for some reason it's still showing £0. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of the weird, because they're centralized exchanges, they're just working in a different way. So it's a bit odd. But anyway, we've got $55 here. So things we can start to do now is in the previous thing we just mentioned about staking.
Yeah.
So we could, if we go to staking, we could go and stake some of our ETH, and this is for the Ethereum 2 network.
Is that live then yet, or not?
Yeah, the first part of it's live. It's not live properly.
Okay.
So you get this kind of stuff here. It says staked ETH and ETH staking rewards will be locked. Basically, you can't remove them until the ETH 2 network is complete. Now that's going to take a minimum of a year, I would think.
Right. Okay.
This transition may take years or may never occur. So basically, you're locking up your value and you may never get it back again, sort of thing. But basically, you're going to get 5 to 17%, as a reward.
Yeah.
Once a week. And if you think the price of ETH now is $1,500, and you think the price of ETH is going to end up $10,000, I'm definitely not saying that's the case. But if you think the price of ETH is going to go up, then in dollar terms, and then you've basically got something that's going up in dollar value, and every week you're going to get more of it. So this is actually quite, for people who for people who are what we call bullish on ETH, this would be quite a good value.
Apart from the fact that it might never, it might never happen.
And the risk is it might never happen. So I guess that's not very. Well, let's just do a trade first, and then maybe let's do a stake. So I mean, just for the fun. So let's have a look at what we might do. So what might we want to trade? So we've got some ETH. And here is a list of all the other tokens we can trade ETH with. So we have ETH.
So you can't. Oh yeah, okay. No, sorry, I just saw it there. RVM flow and all of those stuff.
Yeah, so
we have a little bit about uni.
Yeah, so we have ETH, and we could, if we wanted to buy some Aave, we'd click this one here. And if we wanted to buy some flow, if we wanted to, whatever we wanted to do, we could do. Let's should we? Yeah, let's do that. So let's go for this combination here. This is flow and ETH. So
you can't really resonate. Yeah, okay. It looked like it had gone down the most of all of the. But that
doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm not going to go too much detail about flow. Flow is like a new blockchain. That's literally just launched last week, and it just happens it's kind of a coincidence that at the moment you can only trade flow on the Kraken.
Yeah,
exchange.
I had a newsletter about that.
Did you?
A few weeks ago. Yeah,
right,
not a few weeks ago, actually. A week
this week,
ago.
wasn't it?
No, yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
So this is one advantage of something like, in this case, particularly Kraken, but in general, these centralized exchanges is because they're so big and they have a lot of traders. Is when new tokens come up, they tend to get them first.
Right.
And flow, flow is like a totally new blockchain. So it's like you can think of it as like Ethereum is a blockchain, Bitcoin is a blockchain, flow is a blockchain.
Yeah.
Okay, and it has a token called flow. We don't have to worry about exactly what goes on with that. But we can trade. Basically, we can trade our ETH and we can get some flow. Let's go. Let's be simple because I'm a simple man. So
we're
basically,
on a learning, remember?
Yeah. So basically, what we could do here, if I get this right, I often get this wrong, is we can go and buy some flow, and we're gonna pay the price in ETH, and yeah, we'll see what comes out of it then. So the problem is I'm not quite sure how this is. Anyway,
I wouldn't have any idea here about
No.
the comparison between flow and ETH. How much flow can I buy? 10 flow? How much ETH is that?
Yeah,
sort of thing?
This is kind of where these things. I think the user experience is not very good for Kraken at this point. So flow is about $10 and ETH is about $1,500.
Right.
But then we've got this small amount of so can we do that? Is that right? Yeah. So I think we can do that. Do we have to put the price? We can. Okay. So we can try and buy. I think we can buy 50 flow. And the price, if we wanted, if we were like knew what we were doing, or we were a bit more organised, we could basically like choose a price that we were prepared for our trade to happen at.
Right.
And this order would be held in like a big list until that price was met.
Okay.
And if that price was never met, then our order would never be fulfilled.
Yeah.
So people often do this where they go, say with Bitcoin, they might in their head might go, oh, I'd sell Bitcoin if it went to $50,000, and at that point that's what they would put in. They'd have a Bitcoin to USD, order here, and they go, I'd sell my Bitcoin if the price was $50,000.
Yeah.
And often you find when you look at trading kind of books, order books they call it, it's set around a lot of psychological prices because that's how people think. If you just want to do the order as we want to do here, we could just hit the market button, and that will basically go, I'm going to buy you 50 flow.
Yeah. Give me the price. That's what I was kind of logically. That's what you think when you're buying something.
And obviously, I can't do the maths, so we can't buy that much. We can buy 5. So it does actually show up here. So it shows the last price. So you could, if you were going to put like a limit price in, you could basically look at this is what the last price was. So you could choose a little bit up or down on that. And you can see here today the price. This is what the price has gone at. But this is very maths focused.
Right.
This is not.
Okay.
With the best will in the world, most people, and even it's a bit difficult. So market is always the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think this is where hopefully we'll see with Ethereum. We do something and then we chat for a bit, wait for it to see if it happens, sort of thing, and we pay a gas fee.
Yeah.
So this is what we're going to buy 5 flow. We're going to pay roughly that much ETH, and we're just going to hit this button and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're going to submit our order.
And no gas fees. No gas fees. Yeah.
So let's have a look. So we can see there, that was our order. We did it, and it closed like instantaneously.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah. So in some ways, the underlying thing is just like because we've set it at the market price, so we know it's going to clear straight away.
Yeah.
And now we can see the balance. Obviously, our ETH's gone down, and we've got 5 flow.
So that's buying flow in Kraken from ETH after a bit of a a bit of a bumpy road to get your money.
And then should we just continue this just to do one more thing?
Okay.
We'll just do this. So we talked about staking before,
right? Okay.
And we didn't want to stake our ETH because it may never happen. But there we go. We've got flow. We can stake. We're going to get 4 to 20%. So we go to stake our flow. We're going to stake 100%. We're going to get our rewards once a week of that. We're going to stake it. Again, there we go. No gas fees.
Oh,
it's just,
wow.
Yeah. So,
So that was easy then.
It does say, it doesn't show up yet because it does say it does take time for them to do that. But basically, you can, oh no, here it is. You can see, so it tells you what's going on. And it's just, you can kind of see why people get annoyed about kind of gas because gas is I can see both sides of it. I can see why why the Ethereum the advantage of the Ethereum blockchain is no one can tell you what to do. You can do there's no minimums. You just do it, but you pay the gas fee.
Yeah.
But this is like I need to know who you are.
Yeah.
Before I can let you into Kraken.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we have legal obligations.
Yeah.
But the advantage in terms of this stuff just sort of happens.
Yes. Pros and cons with anything. But why does it not say here? So
Go on.
you know, like total balance and assets, it doesn't say anything there. What,
No, it's going through the process at the moment.
all
So,
right.
so
but what ETH should
so it's
still
initiated.
show up there, shouldn't it? That what we have.
No, but this is for staked assets.
Oh,
So
right,
here,
okay.
I mean, again, the bizarre thing. So our spot assets. Spot basically means ones that we can trade with.
Right.
So ones that aren't locked up.
Yeah.
And then staking
there.
ones will appear in there.
I
So you can still see
okay.
the ETH is shown up there as a
Yeah.
balance.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be checking back in on this account
I guess so.
in a couple of days and make some more videos. I hope you enjoyed this process as well. And we'll see you soon.